Van Helsing is an action-packed supernatural thriller following the legendary monster hunter, Van Helsing, on a Vatican-assigned mission to defeat Count Dracula. Teaming up with vampire hunter Anna Valerious, Van Helsing faces werewolves, Frankenstein's monster, and more supernatural challenges while confronting his mysterious past. The Vatican assigns Gabriel Van Helsing the task of hunting down and eliminating Count Vladislaus Dracula. Please subscribe. In 1887, Transylvania, Dr. Victor Frankenstein, with assistance from Igor and Count Dracula, brings a monster to life. When Frankenstein rejects Dracula's plans for the creature, Dracula kills him, observed by the complicit Igor. As a furious mob attacks the castle, the monster escapes to a windmill with Frankenstein's body. The windmill is set ablaze, apparently killing the monster. A year later, monster hunter Gabriel Van Helsing eliminates Dr. Jekyll at Notre Dame de Paris after confronting Mr. Hyde. Serving the Knights of the Holy Order, Van Helsing, haunted by lost memories, seeks redemption for forgotten sins and aims to recover his past. Cardinal Jeanette reveals the urgency of the mission. A centuries-old valerious family vow binds their souls until Dracula is defeated. With only basic tools and accompanied by Friar Karl, Van Helsing embarks on a mission to Transylvania to fulfill this ancient pledge. Van Helsing faces a hostile reception in Transylvania, where locals are wary of strangers. Princess Anna questions their presence, just as three harpies, Dracula's brides, Alara, Marischka, and Verona, approach. The brides attempt to abduct Anna, succeeding multiple times, but Van Helsing consistently rescues her. To defeat Marischka, he coats his crossbow in holy water before firing a dart. Surprisingly, the villagers express anger at Van Helsing for disrupting the balance, as the vampires usually take only 1 or 2 lives per month to satisfy their needs. Now, they fear increased killings in retaliation. Dracula is displeased with the situation. Losing one of his brides is a setback, but a year prior, the villagers burned Frankenstein's monster, a crucial component for animating Dracula's lifeless offspring. Furthermore, recently, Vulcan Valerious killed Dracula's werewolf using a silver bullet. Sacrificing himself as the werewolf grabbed him and they both fell over a steep cliff. Expressing gratitude for Van Helsing saving her and eliminating Marischka, Anna leads Van Helsing and Karl to the castle, where the Valerious family has resided for centuries since Dracula's demise as a human. That night, Anna, eager for vampire hunting, is sprayed with knockout spray by Van Helsing, who prefers waiting until daylight. When Anna wakes up, the halls are dim, and Van Helsing is absent. However, she is not alone, a werewolf is present. To her surprise, the werewolf is revealed to be her brother, Vulcan. Bitten during the fall, Vulcan survived and now transforms into a werewolf. With a sudden moonlight interruption, Vulcan briefly returns to human form, warning Anna before turning back into a werewolf. As Vulcan lunges at her, Van Helsing intervenes, that sends Vulcan leaping out of the window. Pursuing him, Van Helsing is halted by Anna, who informs him that Dracula may have a cure for werewolfism. Agreeing to help Anna find the antidote to save her brother, Van Helsing joins the quest. Following Vulcan's trail leads them to Castle Frankenstein, where Dracula, Igor, and the Dwergi, small creatures working for Dracula, have secured Vulcan to Dr. Frankenstein's machine. Their aim is to extract Vulcan's life energy to animate Dracula's offspring. As lightning strikes, Vulcan's life force is channeled into the baby vampires, causing them to hatch in large numbers. Van Helsing responds by shooting at the newborn vampires, enraging Dracula, who attacks him. Although Van Helsing attempts to stab Dracula with a silver stake, it proves ineffective, as the stake needs to be made of wood. Meanwhile, Alara, Verona, and the babies fly into the village for the brides to instruct the infants on feeding. Unexpectedly, all the vampire babies begin to explode, signaling a failure in the animation process. Ordered by Dracula, Vulcan is tasked with eliminating Van Helsing and Anna. During their escape from Castle Frankenstein, Anna and Van Helsing tumble into an underground cave, discovering the hidden location of the Frankenstein monster. Van Helsing administers a tranquilizer dart to the monster but refrains from killing him, sensing that the creature is not inherently evil. Van Helsing reserves lethal action for genuinely malevolent entities. As the monster loses consciousness, he reveals that he is the linchpin in Dracula's research, the essential component for bringing life to Dracula's offspring. Despite the previous failure, Dracula still has thousands of unborn offspring awaiting birth. Unexpectedly, they become aware of Vulcan observing them. Anticipating that Dracula will soon learn of their location, Van Helsing endeavors to transport the Frankenstein monster to Rome for safety. However, they face an assault from Verona, Elara, and Velkin. They use 2 carriages, making the other one a decoy with Van Helsing driving it. Van Helsing dispatches Verona and shoots Velkin with a silver bullet, leading to his later demise in Anna's embrace. Tragically, Velkin manages to bite Van Helsing. Elara seizes Anna and returns her to Dracula, leaving Van Helsing, Karl, and the monster to traverse the distance on foot. They encounter Elara once more in Budapest, where she proposes a deal, a Halloween masquerade ball where they can exchange the monster for Anna. Van Helsing sedates the monster and secures him in a church while he and Karl attend the ball. At the masquerade ball, while Dracula engages in a dance with Anna, he attempts to persuade her to become his bride, but Anna vehemently rejects the idea. Van Helsing intervenes to rescue Anna, but their escape is disrupted when Igor proudly presents the Frankenstein monster. The ball attendees transform into vampires and pursue Van Helsing, Karl, and Anna, prompting them to leap out of a window. Karl dropped a bomb that emitted light equal to the sun, killing the vampires that were after them. Upon returning to Transylvania, Dracula vacated Castle Frankenstein, relocating to an unknown location. Seeking answers, they visit the library where Karl shares research findings. It is revealed that Dracula is the son of Valerious the Elder, and the turmoil began when Dracula was killed in 1462. In death, Dracula made a pact with the devil, gaining a new life sustained only by consuming blood. To fulfill the covenant, Valerious the Elder bargained away his family's entry into heaven until Dracula was slain. Unable to kill his son, Valerious banished Dracula to an icy fortress through an inescapable door, until the devil granted wings to Dracula. The quest now is to find this mysterious door. Anna discloses that her father often gazed at a specific picture, suggesting it might hold the key to the mysterious door. On the door, there's a Latin inscription that Karl attempts to decipher, but is unable to complete due to a missing piece. Van Helsing recalls the cardinal's scrap of a picture and, to their surprise, it fits perfectly. When they recite the inscription, the picture transforms into a mirror, granting them access to the snowy fortress, Dracula's true castle. As they traverse a long hallway, they encounter pods containing vampire offspring awaiting animation and witness the Frankenstein monster encased in ice with only his head exposed. The monster informs Van Helsing that Dracula possesses a cure for werewolfism. Puzzled by this revelation, Van Helsing, Karl, and Anna realize that only a werewolf can defeat Dracula, and Van Helsing is destined to transform at midnight. The strategy is to let Van Helsing become a werewolf, slay Dracula, and administer the antidote just in time. As Van Helsing embarks on his quest to find Dracula, Anna and Karl compel Igor to guide them to the antidote. Igor reveals a syringe submerged in a jar of thick liquid, indeed the antidote. However, before they can secure it, Igor locks them in the room. In a sudden appearance, Elara confronts them. Anna hurls the jar at her, shattering on the floor and burning Elara's face. To escape, Anna uses more of the liquid to corrode the door bars. While she distracts Elara, Karl seizes the antidote and sets out to locate Van Helsing. Meanwhile, Van Helsing uncovers Dracula's laboratory where the Frankenstein monster is suspended on the roof, and Dracula attempts to transfer his life force to his offspring. Racing to the roof, Van Helsing aims to free the monster, but a lightning strike diverts the life force into the infant nursery, awakening the baby vampires. As the Frankenstein monster breaks free, Dracula transforms into a bat and assaults Van Helsing. Struck by another lightning bolt, the monster is sent flying over the roof's edge. Mid-fall, he grabs onto a cable, knocking Igor off a bridge where he pursued Karl with a cattle prod. Swinging through a window, the monster enters the room where Anna and Elara are clashing. Holding Elara at bay, the monster allows Anna to use the cable to return to the laboratory. During the swing, Karl tosses her the antidote. Elara catches up with Anna, taunting her about drinking her blood. Seizing a spike, Anna thrusts it through Elara's heart. As the clock strikes midnight, Van Helsing transforms into a werewolf and confronts Dracula. Gripping Dracula's throat, Van Helsing reverts to his human form when the moon is concealed by clouds. Seizing the opportunity, Dracula reveals that it was Van Helsing who killed him in 1462. Abruptly, the moon emerges again, and Van Helsing turns into a werewolf, tearing into Dracula's neck. Dracula disintegrates into dust, along with his offspring. At that crucial moment, Anna enters with the antidote. Van Helsing lunges at her, and Karl, armed with a silver stake, stands ready. However, Anna successfully administers the antidote to Van Helsing just before succumbing, and he begins to return to his normal self. Van Helsing and Karl conduct a sea burial for Anna. The monster sets sail on a raft, while Van Helsing observes Anna's spirit rejoining her family in heaven. Together, Van Helsing and Karl embark on a journey into the sunset. And the movie ends here. Thank you for watching, and I highly recommend watching the entire movie as it is incredibly enjoyable. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel, so you can stay updated and receive notifications whenever we upload new videos.